and gentlemen. My name is Cris. I'm one of the core volunteers at Inside Books Project. I'd like to thank my fellow students here today for attending this briefing on the Inside Books Project. And as fellow students, we all know about the thirst for knowledge. We're all here in college so that we can learn so we can better ourselves in the future. But what do Texas inmates do who share the same goal? Well, they can really do very little to educate themselves because they have a lack of educational material and opportunities. I'm here today to encourage you to volunteer at the Inside Books Project so that we can make a change in these inmates' lives for the better. In this presentation, I'll be discussing what the Inside Books Project is and its mission. I'll be explaining how the current Texas prison education system is failing and how the Inside Books Project is making a difference. I'll also be discussing the advantages of volunteering for the Inside Books Project. I'd like to take a minute now to just set a couple ground rules. Just if you have your phone on, just silence it please. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, just hold to them or a short Q&A session. Thank you. Now move on to what exactly is the Inside Books Project. Well, the Inside Books Project is an Austin-based community service volunteer organization that receives requests from Texas inmates for books and resource guides, and then ships the inmates free books that then become the inmates' properties. According to the Inside Books Project's official website, it is the only Books to Prisoners program in Texas, even though there are over 140,000 incarcerated individuals. It is the Inside Book Project's mission to promote reading, literacy, and education among incarcerated individuals and to educate the general public on issues of incarceration. Now I'll move on to the Inside Books Project and the current Texas prison education system. The most prominent prison education system in Texas is the Windham School District. According to Amarillo.com, about 7% of students, or about 5,287 prisoners, received a GED certificate in 2010. With graduation rates this low, district officials started making budget cuts to prison schools. At the end of the 2010-2011 academic year, the Windham School District's budget was cut by more than a fourth, resulting in a decrease of funds from $130.6 million to only $95 million for the 2011-2012 school year. With less money comes increasingly difficult times to educate inmates, which may later result in expenses such as recidivism. Recidivism is just ex-convicts' habit to return to criminal behaviors once they get out of prison. And the Inside Books Project aims to serve those incarcerated individuals that are being denied educational opportunities due to the lack of funding by sending them free books and resource guides for prisoners that request them. It is necessary to have the Inside Books Project running with many volunteers so it can supplement the current Texas prison education system. But as the current Texas prison education system is solely relied on, then many inmates will not receive the proper education that they truly deserve. Now I'll move on to the advantages of volunteering for the Inside Books Project. One of the main advantages for volunteering for the Inside Books Project is that you'll be personally making a difference in an inmate's life because you'll be sending them a personal letter and you'll be choosing books for them, giving them an opportunity to learn. Another key advantage of volunteering for the Inside Books Project is that the organization can stay up and running because without volunteers, we would not have enough staff to answer requests, make packages, and send those packages out to the inmates. The advantages are not limited to the inmates or the organization. Taxpayers also benefit in the long run by educating inmates because they'll have to pay less in the future due to a decrease in recidivism. Now in conclusion, we learned that by volunteering for the Inside Books Project, you can make a change for the better in the lives of inmates who are seeking education. We had also discussed that the Inside Books Project is an Austin-based free books to prisoners program, and that the Inside Books Project can help those that are being denied education because of the failing Texas prison school system. And the main advantage of volunteering is that you can make a personal difference in an inmate's life by giving them educational opportunities. I'd like to take a minute to just ask everyone to consider volunteering for the Inside Books Project because it's not a very time-consuming organization, nor is it very strict on its volunteers. What I mean by this is if you only have an hour to spare, please just spare only an hour. You're not locked into any 3 or 4 hour shift like some other organizations do. And I know each and every one of you guys could spare at least an hour to help give an incarcerated individual a second chance. If it's not enough to convince you to volunteer for them, volunteer for yourself. Because most of these individuals will be getting out of prison at some point, and we need to start thinking about what type of people we want coming back out of prison and into our neighborhoods. With your help, it'll be possible to educate thousands of inmates that are only looking for education and ways to better themselves for society. All it would take is an hour out of your day, and you provide a second chance to those who need it. It's like ex-convict George Renaud said, prison has to offer a hope, a rope to those who are drowning. So please, be that rope. Be that person who extends a helping hand to save another. I have all the contact information and information about volunteering in the handout. Thank you for your time. Are there any questions?